Comedy, comedy, laughter, laughter. Plenty lesson where we go learning plenty. Comedy, comedy, laughter, laughter. Plenty lesson where we go learning plenty. Oreofe films and theater we don't count. Comedy day, yeah, oh, laughter plenty. Oh yeah, make we run am, oh, make we jolly. Make we learn the lesson, jaburata. Oreofe films and theater we don't come, oh. Comedy day, yeah, oh, laughter day, yeah. Oh yeah, make we run am, oh, make we jolly, oh. Make we learn the lesson, jaburata. Comedy day, yeah, oh, laughter plenty. Make we run am, oh, make we jolly. Lesson day, yeah, oh, hey, jaburata. Comedy, comedy, laughter, laughter. Plenty lesson where we go learn it plenty. Comedy, comedy, laughter, laughter. Plenty lesson where we go learn it plenty. Oreofe films and theater we don't count. Comedy day, yeah, oh, laughter plenty. Oh yeah, make we run am, oh, make we jolly. Make we learn the lesson, jaburata. Oreofe films.
This week you knew.
Since your slippers was inside now.
Eh? Mr. Forgotten when I was rushing.
Because there is nothing in your everything in social media. You wake up social media, you sleep social media, you can't read you forgot sleep, you forgot pants. All that days, all those days before now. Say you didn't know your palm super is not in your room. You will not be looking for it.
Daddy, I'm so bad.
You suffer. How did you suffer?
I'm so fat. Tolani should be pepper. Tolani disgraced me.
Don't bother. We talk to him. Don't bother yourself.
That is credit a lot, though. 5 million naira. That is see. 5 million naira.
Yeah, let me see it.
That is see.
Hey! Yeah. Holy Mary, Mother of my Lord and Savior from Bethlehem. The contract I applied for 3 months ago. At Tolani, that I thought they are not going to give me the contract. Is what they have said. The money to This thing is still in your system. Those olden days songs.
Honestly.
These children of nowadays, they don't even
know anything.
all this national anthem that we're singing.
They don't know.
When it got to 1978,
the whole thing changed.
The whole thing began to change about the song. Honestly. And they gave us our own ultra-modern song.
I'm sorry. Let's go.
Give it to me. Alex! Compatriots, Nigeria's unloving to suffer for the Lord with love and strength and faith. The day over is shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide us, lead us right, and our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and live with just and true. Great love the eyes God's head, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Up Nigeria! Up Nigeria! That second stanza is very powerful. Very powerful. Loaded with prayers. To build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Only God knows why all these our principals in secondary school removed the second stanza. Honest, I don't know. And that is what is militating against this country right now. A major problem. A major war. You said you have a question to ask me about how I manage the economy of this place since they removed the subsidy. I have been wondering, how are you managing? The subsidy has been removed. But you keep glowing. What is happening? Come, let me take you to my classroom where I will teach you. All right, let's go. How to plan for your home. So, you can see I'm talking with my friend. I don't have time for this. Oh, yeah, excuse me.
Daddy, this is important. Daddy.
Let them sit. Oh, come on, sit down. Have your seats.
Thank you, sir.
Daddy, who is the first Prime Minister of Nigeria?
Daddy, Shebi is Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Ah! Oh Lord, oh.
Daddy, I told her that it's not Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Mary, mother of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ from Bethlehem. Eh? The first Prime Minister of Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Yes, Daddy.
I told her that it's not Nnamdi Azikiwe. I told her that it's not Nnamdi Azikiwe. That it is Alhaji Shehu Shagari.
Aye! Who must you? That the first Prime Minister of Nigeria is Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Say that.
Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Okay, thank you, Daddy.
Hey, where are you going? Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down. That is half knowledge. If you are taking half knowledge to disappear, we must find a way to tell you the whole story. Now, this Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Hey, bro, he became the first Prime Minister in 1960. October 1960. And then after, Nigeria didn't become a republic until October 1, 1963, when a new national constitution was adopted. I'm coming on. Oh, but you see, Nigeria's statehood was barely 6 years when a bloody coup happened in January 15, 1966. It was led by Major Kaduna Ezeogu. Although the coup failed, many prominent leaders lost their lives, including Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa.
Yes, sir.
Then as the most senior military officer at that time, Major General Johnson Thomas Umunakwe.
Yes.
Yes. Was automatically sworn in as the first military head of state. The next day, as if that was not enough, my children, a counter coup followed less than 7 months after the first. That coup is popularly known as July Remarch. It
was July Remarch. It was bloody also.
Bloody coup! Terrible coup! It was a Thursday. The coup began as a mutiny around midnight. Several officers were killed, including Major General Agui Heroes himself and Colonel Ibikunle good of you, my boy, who was hosting the then head of state in Ibadan. That coup was successful and it led to the elimination of Ironsi, appointment of General Yakubu Gowon on August 1, 1966.
This country is here.
Today. This country is here. We are talking about what has happened in the past.
Don't say it everywhere.
This country is here. Well, don't talk negative about Nigeria in my household.
I've heard you.
General Yakubu Gowon ruled as head of state for about 9 years before being ousted out of office in a coup on 29 July 1975. Are you still listening to me?
Yes, Daddy.
I mean, it's a boring story.
No.
Then Gowon had traveled to Kampala, Uganda, for the 12th Organization of African Unity, OAU. It was a summit, and the coup held when he was away from the country. But one good thing about the 1975 coup d'etat was that it was bloodless. They didn't kill anybody. When you hear of bloodless coup, my children, it means that nobody was killed. Then General Muritala Ramat Mohammed was immediately sworn in as head of state on 29 July 1975. Oh God, while General Basojo was appointed as his deputy. You know that money that we call Muri?
Yes.
You know the money Muri?
Yes,
That picture you see on Muri?
You know that is on 20 naira.
Yes.
It's Muritala Mohammed. Murika. We are talking about that person. So, General Muritala, his tenure was very short. He was assassinated in Lagos when en route to the Northern Barracks in a coup attempt led by Lieutenant Colonel Buba Suka Dimka.
He was killed when he was coming from a mosque.
When you see people without the fear of God. That coup d'etat failed even though the perpetrators succeeded in assassinating Muritala. Dimka was eventually arrested.
Yes.
Bobby. After few weeks and executed by firing squad on May 15, 1976, Obasanjo was sworn in immediately on February 13, 1976, after the death of General Muritala, and eventually led Nigeria's transit to democracy with the Second Nigerian Republic. He handed over to Sheikh Usman Aliyu Shagari on October 1, 1979, after spending almost 4 years as head of state. Can you hear me?
Yes, Daddy.
Another military coup occurred again on December 31, 1983, and led to the removal of Shehu Shagari and Nigeria's return to military rule. That same day, Nigerians witnessed the appointment of Major General Muhammadu Buhari as head of state.
This same former President Buhari.
Yes, he has come before. But Major Buhari, General Buhari's tenure as a military head of state lasted less than 2 years. He was sworn in on December 31, 1983. And then he was removed from office on August 27, 1985.
And that was Babangida.
Maradona. That was his school.
Yes.
And he was his chief of staff. General Babangida was his chief of staff. He justified the coup by accusing Buhari of failing to deal with the country's economic problems. You know, they always have things to justify their coups for. Fast forward, the 1993 election came. It was an emotional year. The worst thing that has ever happened to our country began in that year. I cried. I cried. It's like seeing hope like this, and they took the hope of our country. Hope 93. It was the freest and fairest election in the history of our country. Between the Social Democratic Party and the National Republican Convention, the man of the moment, the most gracious president Nigeria never had, the hope of the masses, our own chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, and that was 93. How many stories will I even tell you? He won a major part of the country.
Yes.
The freest and the fairest election in the history of our own dear country. But they dabaru everything. And they made Shoneko the interim president on August 26, 1993, when Maradona left the office. You tell about that.
He did not leave office. He only stepped aside.
He stepped aside. That was what he said.
Yes.
Fellow Nigerians, it is time to step aside. These people, they made mess of our mandate that year.
And Babangida was the first military president we had.
He was. He called himself the military president. Hey, Bob.
Yes, Daddy.
You don't like the story? Let me stop you.
I know. I continue now.
You are enjoying me.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You are enjoying me.
Yes, Daddy.
That was how that Shoneko became head of what did they call it? The president for 3 months. Abacha led the Palace School on November 17, 1993 and was there for almost 5 years. June 8, 1998, he died. Remember what I told you about our people if they are tired of you? Abi?
Yes.
Arabini, we say Arabini. I won't go there. Then General Abdulsalam Abubakar became head of state on June 9, 1998. Hope began to rise in Nigeria. We all thought Abiola would become the president. Abiola died.
Oh. Was killed. Oh. MKO Abiola. Moshood Kashima Abiola, the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò.
How then do we pacify the West? Obasanjo. That was the only solution they had. Remember Abiola and Obasanjo were born in Abeokuta.
Yes.
So the political calculation was perfect. May 29, 1999. Obasanjo was to rule for 8 years. Then Yar'Adua in May 29, 2007. That was when you became 2 years. You don't know anything about history. Oh God, that was how Yar'Adua became president. May 29, 2007. That one died May 5, I think 2010. Then Ebele.
Good luck.
You know Ebele,
Yes.
good luck. Jonathan, you read a little about him now?
Yes.
Became president in May 6, I think, 2010. Then Buhari, like Obasanjo, came back to power May 29, 2015. Can you see the story as it was?
Yes.
It was going like that.
Yes,
Then
Daddy.
2015 to 2019. Oh, Roti, you know that one a bit.
Yes,
When
Daddy.
you all were shouting your candidate up and down. Then 2023, Ebiloko became president. I know. So can you see the history? It has come from the question. See one question you ask me now.
Yes, Daddy.
See how I have come. I told you history to the current dispensation.
Thank you, Daddy.
Did you enjoy the history at all?
Yes, Daddy.
Can you see how brilliant your father is?
Yes.
I can tell you the whole story.
Yes.
Abi Sebe,
Yes, sir.
I impressed them. I will impress you. I impress you. You see, if you want to know about history, 2 things you must do. If you want to know it as I know it now. Number 1, learn to read and study history. The number 2 is that you become a Chelsea fan.
That one we know. It's a national fan.
Hold on, just excuse me.
Thank you, Daddy.
It's all right. It's okay. As we're talking.
So tell me, the question I asked before, how are you coping?
You see, the truth of the matter is that there is no magic about this coping of a thing. All of us are in this country.
Yes.
And it is in our presence we saw that subsidy was removed. And we also know that that subsidy has to go. We have no choice. In fact, all the candidates who contested for that election in 2023, all of them said they will remove that subsidy.
But I think there should be soft landing before you remove it.
Who are we to blame? The budget for 2023 does not have any budget for subsidy from July 2023. The budget only made available fund for subsidy for January to June. So automatically when a new president comes in, from July upward, there will be no subsidy. Because it was even never in his budget before he ever came in.
You're right.
So there's nothing we can do. The subsidy has to go because it was not in the budget. And everybody knows that that subsidy itself was just enriching some pockets. The only thing we can hope for is that this our government, they will now use that money they say they are saving from subsidy now to take care of our roads, to take care of our electricity, of our education, and many other things. I even heard that now they have passed a bill that people can do electricity for themselves. Everybody can have license if you want to have license and you can afford it. I also am aware that there are certain things in education. But that is not enough. We must do more because what we are suffering from this petrol thing, when we are suffering from this petrol thing, we must begin to see the privileges from infrastructures, from good road, from every other thing.
You are very right.
And then we're also hearing now that they are providing CNG buses and CNG cars that will not need petrol to run. So let us hope that one will come, and let us hope they patronize our own people in this country and manufacture from within.
It is very right. You are very right.
It's also important for me and you to cut down all our expenses.
How?
And check your pocket and take your money and see if you have enough for what you are doing. And I put my money in investments so that I can bring more money. One income, two incomes cannot do it again. You know what I invest more on now? Agriculture.
What? You should have taken your club. Go and put it down. This is Hasana.
This one just entered this house with my son. When you enter here, what did you tell me is your club?
I cannot remember, sir.
You can't remember? Wait.
Comedy, laughter, plenty lesson where we go learning plenty. Comedy, laughter, plenty lesson where we go learning plenty. Oreofe films and theater we don't count. Comedy day, yeah, laughter plenty. Oh yeah, make we run am, make we jolly. Make we learn the lesson, jaburata. Oreofe films and theater we don't come. Comedy day, yeah, laughter day, yeah. Oh yeah, make we run am, make we jolly. Make we learn the lesson, jaburata. Comedy day, yeah, laughter plenty. Make we run am, make we jolly. Lesson day, yeah, hey, jaburata. Comedy, laughter. Plenty lesson where we go learning plenty. Comedy, laughter. Plenty lesson where we go learning plenty.